Hi, I'm Professor David Naylor, and welcome to another edition of Learning on Your Own. Today we're going to talk about Microsoft Office Outlook. This is what we use for your email account at Briarcliff. So today we want to talk about some of the features that you can configure to make your time management plan more effective. Today we want to go to the upper right-hand corner and click on the Options link. Now you have to remember your view may be different from the instructor's view, but if you use your Systems for Success and you scan your window from the upper left-hand corner, going left to right as if you're reading a document, back and forth, and click and play on new icons and drop-down menus, you'll begin to be able to teach yourself what various features you have available to you. One of the first things we want to do is go to your left-hand side, and again, your view may be different, and click on Regional Settings. As you scan your window left to right, up and down, you can see the current time zone. You have to make sure it's Eastern Time, US and Canada. If it's not, click on the drop-down arrow, and you should investigate anyway, and then check and see which is the time zone that is appropriate for you. Next, I'm going to click on Messaging. Now this is a great feature because you can create an email signature. The email signature will serve the purpose of every time when you return an email or send a new one, an automatic signature will be included. As you can see, my email signature includes my name, the college, the address, the telephone number to my office cubicle, and my email address. You have to determine what's most appropriate for you. Next, I'm going back to the left-hand side, and I'm just going to click and play on every link. I click on Spelling, and it's self-explanatory. I'll next click on Calendar Options. And again, reading your window left to right, top to bottom, you should be able to figure out what this is for and how to use it effectively. Next, I'm going to Out of Office, back to my left-hand side to all the links that are available. And I must reiterate, your view may be different, and that's why it's so important you use Scan Your Window as one of your Systems for Success. The Out of Office reply is a very valuable tool because what you can do with it is when you're on vacation or away from the office, you can actually put in a automatic reply, meaning that every time you receive an email will be returned automatically, and you can have the notation of why you cannot respond to them in a timely manner. In this case, you can see earlier in the year, I had an automatic auto reply that said out of office until Tuesday, September 14th. Okay. Remember, you're going to have to save anything that you have configured so that it will actually go into effect. Next, I'm going to look at Rules on the upper left-hand corner, and as you can see, when I made some changes, it asked me if I wanted to save them. Well, I really don't want an out-of-office reply, so I'm not going to save it. Now I'm in Rules, and in Rules, you can control some of the things that occur on your computer. Next, I'm going to click on Email Security. It's very important that you be aware of how to secure your email account. So take a read, and if you don't understand what this is, it's great to use YouTube videos to learn on your own. So just merely go onto YouTube and type in the information that you're seeking, and you'll be, I think, pleasantly surprised. A number of videos will come up. If not, you can always go to Microsoft.com to find out more answers to your questions about Microsoft Office Outlook, your email account. Next, I'm going to junk mail. It's very important that you understand how to use the filtering system. If you're starting to get a lot of spam, you can actually shut that down or have it moved to another folder so you're not looking at hundreds and hundreds of emails wasting time. In my particular window feature, I can change my password. Under General Settings, I can change the appearance. Deleted items, I can see what I've deleted and recover it if necessary. I have a link for mobile devices, and I can also see information about Microsoft Outlook. Next, what we would like to do is return to our email account, and we'd like to create some folders for all the individual classes we're taking so we can keep our emails organized. And this way, in the future, if we're trying to find an email from maybe 6 months or a year ago, you can have it organized in folders and be able to access that information relatively quickly. So I'm going to move into the upper left-hand corner where my name is, and I'm going to see, once I put my mouse pointer on that particular link, that I can actually see information about my email account. But if I'd like to create a folder, I need a menu. So I'm going to right-click, and once I right-click, a menu will appear. Next, I'll examine my options and see that I can create a new folder. So I'm going to highlight Create New Folder with my mouse pointer and then left-click. Now, once I left-click, a box will open, giving me the option of naming this new folder. And for the purposes of this particular lesson plan, I'm going to type in SE101. Now, you should also include the dash and the last set of numbers, because most of the time I teach courses more than once, and the coding is very important to me. So I'm just going to put in 60 for the purpose of an example. Then if you want to complete the naming convention, simply press Enter. And there's your first folder. So if you're taking 4 classes or 5 classes, you need to create 4 or 5 folders as part of the requirement for this assignment. Next, I'd like to create some contacts. And so once again, your view may be different, and it's so important that you scan your window as one of your systems for success to find the information on your own. But remember, if you need help, I'm always available, and there are a number of successful students that have completed this assignment, so we can find a way to get you the help that you need. Now, in Contacts, if I scan my window left to right, I can actually see a New button. So if I click on New, I can actually create a new contact. So in this case, I'm going to create a contact for myself, just for an example. So I'm going to type the information that I think is important. And again, you have to determine that information that will be important to you. So you personalize this. So as I scan up and down, I can see that I probably want to have an email address. So just for the purpose of an example, I'll put in my email address. And then I can click on another box, and I can display it as the email address, or I can display it as the person's name. And so you have to decide how you want to configure your email address. So in this case, this contact is, for all intents and purposes, is something I am happy with, and I'm ready to save and close this window. Once I save and close the window, it is added to my contact list. And so as part of the requirement for this assignment, you need to create contacts. Basically, that is the end of the lecture for using the email Microsoft Outlook options and creating folders and contacts. If you need any help, please don't hesitate to ask, and also use the Learning Center as one of your resources to receive tutoring and extra help. I'm Professor David Naylor. Thank you for listening.